welcome to the show. Today we're counting down the 7 dumbest, most hilariously inept bandits ever. These are the stories that make you go, wait, what, are you kidding me? From botched getaways to social media disasters, these real-life criminals prove that crime doesn't pay, especially when you're this clueless. Get ready to laugh, cringe, and shake your head at the world's most spectacular criminal fails. If you enjoy this, hit subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Let's dive in. Here are the 7 dumbest bandits ever. Landing at number 7 on our countdown of criminal mishaps, we find ourselves in Corpus Christi, Texas. This is where one man's bright idea for an ATM heist quickly devolved into a comedy of errors, resulting in a self-imposed prison sentence of the most embarrassing kind. It's a tale of ambition gone awry, a plan so poorly executed it's almost impressive. Now most people approach an ATM with the intention of withdrawing cash, maybe checking their balance. But our protagonist had a different approach. Instead of simply inserting a card and punching in a PIN, he decided to break into the ATM room itself, bypassing all the usual security measures. He was thinking he'd hit the jackpot, envisioning stacks of cash just waiting to be liberated, a modern-day pirate setting sail for a sea of green. But as he fumbled with the inner workings of the machine, his grand plan started to unravel faster than a cheap sweater. In a twist of fate that could only be described as poetic justice, he accidentally locked himself inside the very metal box he was trying to rob. Trapped, he desperately tried to signal for help, resorting to passing notes through the only available outlet, the receipt slot. "Help! I'm stuck in here!" the notes pleaded, a digital cry for freedom in a decidedly analog format. But alas, most people who encountered these handwritten SOS messages simply thought it was some kind of bizarre prank, a quirky art installation perhaps, and so they ignored him, chalking it up to just another strange day in the big city. Hours passed, each tick of the clock amplifying his predicament. Finally, after what must have felt like an eternity, someone with a sense of civic duty, or perhaps just morbid curiosity, decided to call the police. When officers arrived on the scene, they were met with an unusual situation, to say the least. They heard frantic banging coming from inside the ATM room, a desperate symphony of a heist gone wrong. With a mixture of amusement and professional obligation, they opened the door. Inside, they found our would-be thief, sweaty, disheveled, utterly embarrassed, and most importantly, empty-handed. He didn't get a single dime for his troubles. Instead, he got a complimentary ride in the back of a police car and a story that will likely be retold for generations to come. Just imagine the scenario. You set out to rob an ATM, fueled by dreams of easy money, but instead, you end up locked inside, a prisoner of your own ambition. Reduced to begging for help from complete strangers, passing desperate notes through a tiny receipt slot. It's the ultimate self-own, a masterclass in how not to commit a crime. He literally got stuck in his own crime scene, a monument to his own ineptitude. No money, no escape, just the cold, hard reality of his situation. It's a valuable lesson in what not to do, a cautionary tale for aspiring criminals everywhere. One can only imagine the laughter echoing through the police station as they processed this particularly hapless offender. So if you're ever contemplating robbing something, anything, take a page from this guy's book. And maybe, just maybe, don't trap yourself inside with the evidence. This guy's heist was over before it even had a chance to begin. A spectacular example of Murphy's Law in action. He's living proof that sometimes the only thing you end up stealing is your own freedom, and maybe a little bit of your dignity. And that, my friends, is precisely why he lands at number 7 on our list of epic fails. A truly spectacular fail indeed. Number 6 is a modern classic, a tale of hubris, stupidity, and the irresistible urge to share every single detail of your life online. It's where crime meets social media, in a perfect storm of bad decisions. This is a story that proves, sometimes, the best evidence is provided by the criminals themselves. Our protagonist is Michael Baker of Kentucky. He decided to siphon gas from a police car, a bold move to say the least. He actually got away with it initially. And then, fueled by some potent combination of adrenaline and poor judgment, he did the unthinkable. He posted a selfie with the stolen gas on Facebook, essentially waving a flag and shouting, "Look what I did!" In the photo, he's grinning like a kid who just pulled off the ultimate prank, completely oblivious to the consequences. He was even flipping off the police cruiser in the background, adding an extra layer of disrespect and, frankly, stupidity. It was basically a full-blown confession broadcast to the entire world, a digital monument to his own foolishness. The caption? Something along the lines of, "Yeah, I did that. as if daring anyone to challenge his criminal prowess. His friends naturally laughed and egged him on, caught up in the fleeting excitement of the moment, but so did the local police, though their laughter probably had a slightly different tone. They saw the post, and suddenly, they had all the evidence they could ever need, neatly packaged and delivered right to their digital doorstep. No complicated detective work required, no painstaking investigation, just a viral post spreading like wildfire across the internet, a name attached to the profile, and a clear, identifiable face staring right back at them. It wasn't long before the police showed up at his door, ready to collect their prize. Probably before he even finished checking his notifications, before the likes and comments could truly inflate his ego. He went from fleeting internet fame to instant arrest, a rapid descent from online glory to real-world consequences. All for a few gallons of gas, a handful of fleeting Facebook likes, and a whole lot of regret. So, the lesson here is clear. If you're going to commit a crime, which we strongly advise against, maybe, just maybe, don't broadcast it to the entire world on social media. Michael Baker became a cautionary tale, a prime example of what not to do in the age of social media. Think before you post, people, especially if you've just broken the law. Consider the potential ramifications of your digital footprint. He wanted attention, and boy did he get it. The kind of attention that comes with flashing blue lights, plus a criminal record, a permanent souvenir of his moment of online infamy. Social media. Great for sharing brunch pics and vacation snapshots, but absolutely terrible for documenting your criminal activities as evidence. The police didn't even have to leave their desks to solve this one. It practically solved itself. He made their job way too easy, handing them the case on a silver platter, or rather a Facebook post. Remember, kids, don't post your crimes online. It's really that simple. Or, better yet, don't commit them at all. That's an even better strategy for avoiding legal trouble. Michael Baker, the Facebook bragger, lands at number 6 on our list of dumbest criminals. Epic fail, indeed. A truly monumental display of poor decision-making. Number 5 is all about the world's worst disguise. John Mogan of Ohio decided to rob a bank, but instead of a mask, he used a clear plastic grocery bag. Yes, a see-through bag. His face tattoos and everything else were on full display. The teller could see him perfectly, and so could the security cameras. He got the cash and ran, but witnesses had no trouble describing him. But wait, it gets better. After the robbery, John and his girlfriend posted selfies with the stolen cash on Facebook. The police had crystal clear footage and a social media album of evidence. It took less than a week to track him down. His disguise was as effective as wearing nothing at all. And bragging about it online? That sealed the deal. He basically handed the police a map to his door. 2-for-1 dumb a see-through mask and a public confession. John Mogan, the disguise disaster, is our number 5. Some ideas are just bad from start to finish. Landing at number 4 on our countdown of criminal catastrophes is a masterclass in the importance of preparation, or more accurately, a glaring demonstration of the consequences of a lack thereof. We often hear about meticulous planning in heists, but this story proves that even the simplest crimes require a modicum of foresight. Our tale begins with a man deciding to rob a gas station, a seemingly straightforward crime in his mind. He boldly demands the cash, grabs the loot, and sprints with adrenaline-fueled purpose towards his designated getaway car, envisioning a clean escape. He leaps into the driver's seat, heart pounding, inserts the key into the ignition, turns the key, and is met with nothing. Just the faint click of a starter motor and the sinking realization that the car is completely out of gas. That's right. In a twist of ironic fate, he ran out of gas at the very gas station he was attempting to rob. The irony is almost too much to bear. Surrounded by the very fuel he desperately needed, tantalizingly close yet utterly inaccessible, he understandably panicked, his carefully, or not so carefully, laid plans dissolving before his eyes. He was in a bit of a pickle. He couldn't exactly stroll back into the gas station and politely ask the clerk to fill up his tank after just relieving them of their cash. That would be a tad suspicious, wouldn't it? The ever-helpful clerk, sensing an opportunity, promptly called the police, and our would-be bandit, realizing his vehicular escape was impossible, made the rather poor decision to attempt to flee on foot. Alas, his sprinting career was short-lived. He didn't get very far at all. The police, arriving with sirens blaring, quickly located the incapacitated getaway car, the pilfered money, and a very tired, very sweaty, and very unlucky suspect lurking nearby, his dreams of criminal glory dashed against the rocks of poor planning. He spectacularly failed at the one crucial element every aspiring bandit absolutely needs: a reliable, functioning getaway. It's akin to robbing a bakery, filling your arms with delicious pastries, and then realizing you forgot to bring a bag to carry them in. Utterly pointless. If you find yourself unable to leave the scene of the crime, you're not exactly a criminal mastermind. You're simply volunteering to be apprehended. This guy's grand plan stalled more completely than his car did. So, a word to the wise: always check your fuel gauge before embarking on any errands. For sheer comedic value and a stark reminder of the importance of preparation, the getaway car fail most certainly earns its well-deserved spot at number 4. It's ironic, it's poetic, and above all, it's a lesson in how a little bit of planning can save you a whole lot of trouble. Number 3 is the boomerang burglar, a man who just couldn't let go. After a successful office break-in, he made off with electronics and escaped clean. But then he realized he'd left his own cell phone at the scene. Instead of cutting his losses, he went back to retrieve it, while police were already investigating. He tried to sneak in, but officers immediately stopped him. "I left my phone," he claimed, but employees confirmed he didn't work there. The police found his phone and the stolen goods in his possession. He delivered himself and all the evidence straight to the authorities. It's the modern equivalent of leaving your ID at the scene. Sometimes the smallest mistake undoes the biggest plans. He could have walked away, but his phone brought him right back. The boomerang burglar proof that sometimes you're your own worst enemy. He gift-wrapped the case for the police. Number 3 on our list, and a masterclass in what not to do. Don't go back. Number 2 is a classic: the ID dropper. Zachary Tentoni of Rhode Island broke into a house, grabbed valuables, and made his escape. But in his rush, he dropped his wallet complete with his driver's license at the scene. The homeowners found it, the police checked the address and went straight to his door. Easiest case ever. He literally left his calling card at the crime scene. No detective work, no mystery, just a name, address, and a photo. The police probably couldn't believe their luck. If you're going to steal, maybe don't leave your entire identity behind. It's the ultimate facepalm. He might as well have mailed a selfie to the police. Zachary Tentoni, the ID dropper, is our number 2. Some mistakes you just can't recover from. Don't be that guy. And now, number 1. The call-ahead crook. In Fairfield, Connecticut, a man called a bank to announce he'd be coming by soon. To rob them. He literally scheduled his own crime, asking them to have the money ready. The teller, stunned, alerted the manager, who called the police. When the man arrived, police were waiting. He walked in, announced his robbery, and was immediately arrested. No surprise, no chase. Just a criminal who made an appointment for his own capture. Did he think it would be more efficient, polite? We may never know. He broke the number 1 rule of crime: don't warn your victims. The element of surprise, gone. He orchestrated his own downfall from the start. The call-ahead crook is the undisputed king of dumb bandits. Sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction, and that's why he's number 1. And there you have it, the 7 dumbest, most unbelievable bandits ever. From ATM mishaps to calling ahead for a robbery, these stories prove that reality is funnier than fiction. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe for more. Stay curious, stay safe, and remember, crime really doesn't pay. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.